So the first of three junior Rotax heats about to get underway. A full grid of 27 drivers after qualification earlier on, and here is your starting order. So Thomas Stolsamanis will line up on pole position from Latvia in the 2:13. He was quickest in the second group of lottery-driven qualifying groups for qualifying for junior Rotax. Kai Gielets in the 2:74 will be alongside him. Then it's an all-Dutch Road 2 with Matthijs Turlo in the 2:42 and Bruno Malders in the 2:71. Mikkel Pedersen from Denmark and Edgar Zvidkans from Latvia round out the top three rows, with Jori Schoens and Casper Schommens representing the Netherlands, the pair of them, on row number 4. Thomas Strouven from Belgium and Luc Niesen from the Netherlands round out the top 5 rows, completing the top 10. Max Knappen and Joik Bredveld rounds out row 6. Nick Gerhards and Magnus Pedersen, row 7. Fahin Mega on his JJ Racing debut, having switched from Karchmi.de after 2020. We'll have Vic Stevens alongside him for company. Stevens with Dams Racing. And it's Theo Blin, Montego Maassen, Tommy van der Stroys, Enzo Ball. Then we have Julian Kloosman, Javi Bach-Machtiuk, Thijs Daams, Olivier Jonkers, Lawrence Herbos, Ralph van der Pijvert and Marius Rosa rounding out the 27-strong junior Rotax drivers. 7 minutes on the clock plus an additional lap. We'll see who will have the initial advantage, because based on the results on aggregate of all three heats today will decide the starting grid for the pre-final tomorrow. So drivers now getting themselves ready. The remainder of the field gets through turn 10. So it is Stolsamanis, Rierets, Turlo, Mulders, Pedersen, Vilkan, Schoens, Schommens, Strouven and Niesen. Out of turn 12 they come. Into the tram lines. Are we ready? Are we steady? Junior Rotax is off and away and racing, and it's a great start. Oh, there's been a little bit of a clash towards the bottom part of the top 10. One of them was a Dams Racing driver, and the other one might have been from RS Competition. Probably Magnus Pedersen might have been involved, maybe Vic Stevens, as there's been more dramas for few cars straggling. 2-2-1, that is Dames, that is at the back end of the field, as now Rielitz has got the jump on Stolsamanis. Mulder is ahead of Turlo going into turn 4 or turn 7, or was that Pedersen? That might be Turlo, I believe. Not too sure, but there is... Well, that is a bit of a charge forward. One of the SP Motorsport carts. That is Casper Schommens, absolutely getting his elbows out well and truly. But out of turn 12, after the completion of lap number 1, it is going to be Kai Gielets that leads the way, but by a hair's breadth ahead of Stolsamanis. Stolsamanis steamrolls up the inside through turn 2 as Turlo goes up the inside of Bruno Mulders for P3. Two dynamite moves within seconds of each other, literally materializing out of thin air. But Stolsamanis had a real good run. He was right in the slipstream of Gielets on that particular occasion. Stolsamanis was 71 thousandths, but look a little bit further behind. That is Nick Gerhards battling away. Thomas Strouven, I think, might be in a bit of the crossfire on that particular occasion as they went 2 by 2 into turn 7. But now Matthijs Turlo and Bruno Mulders are definitely getting a wriggle on. They're moving forward right now, and that is allowing them to close on Stolsamanis and Gielets. Gielets, who was first in his final free practice session yesterday, when I spoke to his mum Christy last night, he was up in bed very, very early, getting himself ready for today. Well, he's definitely got a full tank in terms of energy levels and adrenaline, as Mulder's trying to go one way, then the other on Matthijs Turlo. Gielets now has the opportunity. Is he going to put it through towards turn 7? Not on this particular occasion. Through the right-hander at turn 8. Mulder's closing on Turlo. So the battles for third. Now look back to fifth. Mikkel Pedersen and Edgars Vilkans are now being closed down in on by Kasper Schormans from SP Motorsport. This has really started to exacerbate in terms of the intensity of how these drivers are pushing forward. Javi Bach-Mahdiuk has now retired as Rielitz returns the favour 2 laps later through turn 2 on Stoll Samanis. But Mulder's unable to get past Turlo, but he's running the back bumper with the 242 from Strawberry Racing, and up the inside goes the Dutch driver. Nice move there by Bruno Mulder. Instantly puts the stoppers on, nice and truly, and wasn't very robust, but made sure his intentions were clear. And I think Matthijs Turlo got the call sign there rather quickly. But now this means that Stoll Samanis will come under fire from Mulders and from Turlo. Meanwhile, behind them, looks like Mikkel Pedersen still battling away with Edgard. Well, it was Edgars Vilkans. Kasper Schormans, the 11-year-old from Stampex Motorsport, looking to get up into the top 5 very quickly. Well, he's actually behind Vilkans at the minute. But Schormans has got very, very wise, a very wise head on very young shoulders, especially in this category. So, the drivers that have competed in this championship, the likes of Clayton Ravenscroft, Mike Van Vu. Also amongst that list, Lewis Gilbert, the dual ride diamond. That's close, and then some for Kasper Schormans. Because then the 250 of Mikkel Pedersen has just been passed by Edgars Vilkans. So Vilkans now up into P5. Schormans trying to do his level best to keep in touching distance. So he got a good run going through turn 10, and he nearly lost the back end out to the left-hand side to Kasper Schormans, but he kept that one well and truly held there. Good job, young man. Well played. A little bit further back, Jori Schoens is coming under fire from Joip Briedveld, Max Knappen amongst us. Stoll Samanis back up the inside of Rielitz for the lead, and that is on lap number 6, but that has allowed Bruno Mulders to well and truly come into play here. Mulders now senses an opportunity. Matthijs Turlo keeping it very, very close in terms of proximity. Mulders going up the inside of Rielitz through turn 7, makes the move. Did Turlo get through? That's the biggest question I need to ask right now. And on that particular occasion, no, it didn't happen. But there were further moves happening down towards the back part of the order. Tommy van der Stroys now behind Magnus Pedersen, as Matthijs Turlo now closing in on the back bumper of Kai Rielitz. Whilst this has happened, Edgars Vilkans has managed to power away from Mikkel Pedersen, who is now behind Kasper Schormans. Schormans up into P6. Good job by the youngster from the Netherlands. Matthijs Turlo swarming all over the back bumper and goes into the inside of Rielitz going into turn 2. But Rielitz has the inside line for turn 3. Through 4 and 5 they come. And Rielitz is now having to fight. I thought that it was going to be... it wasn't an easy year. Okay, he got the Euro Trophy Championship. Missed out on the BNL Karting Series title because that went to Tim Gerhards, who's now moved into different sectors within the competitive world of karting. But we have 40 seconds still to go. Next time around, it will be the penultimate lap. It will be lap number 8 out of 9. So very much the case that Stoll Samanis and Rielitz having a great battle for the first 5 laps, both deciding to send it up the inside of turn 2 on each other to go for the lead. However, that's a great move there by Rielitz to retake second position back from Bruno Mulders. Matthijs Turlo just biding his time. He's got the ringside seat. Thomas Stuyven battling away with the likes of Jori Schoens and Max Knappen. And that's at the bottom part, well, just behind the top 10, which is being rounded out by Nick Gerhards at the moment. So Stuyven has been making positional gains. He's now moved up from minis to juniors this season. Last time I saw him and his dad Olivier was at the International Trophy at Portimao, which will return, if all things are well and good, back to Le Mans in the latter part of July and early part of August. But we go on to the final lap momentarily. Great job by Stoll Samanis to keep everyone at bay, including Kai Rielitz. Bruno Mars really hasn't had an opportunity to battle for the lead, but he's battling for second position. Last lap board is out. Tomas Samanis from Latvia goes on to the ninth and final lap as Mulder's up the inside once again on Kai Rielers, but Rielers, now track limits might be a factor there. Not 100% sure, but Rielers gave Mulders enough racing room for him to try and go up the inside through into turn number 2. As now Rielers senses danger from behind. It's danger, Kai Rielers, and the person chasing you down, well, it's not just him. Look at Edgars Vilkans. He's absolutely demolished that gap. As now Mathis Turlo, tries to do the banzai around the outside of Bruno Mulders as he goes defensive all through into turn 10. Oh, that was rather close indeed. And in my honest opinion, Mulders did have a right to defend as Mathis Turlo looking up the inside through turn 12. They both run wide. Vilkans is going to steal third at the final corner. Oh my goodness me. 2 Latvians in the top 3. Wow, that was one epic finale on that race. So Tomas Stolsamanis takes first place in the first of 3 junior road tax heats. Kai Rielers started alongside him, so the 1-2 remains as it was. Edgar Vilkans took he took third place off of Mathis Turlo and fourth off of Bruno Mulders like candy off a baby. Brilliant job there to take third place. Turlo in fourth, Mulders in fifth. Mikkel Pedersen would beat Kasper Schauman's 2-6 position, but a great drive from the 244 from SP Motorsport in his first ever weekend as a junior competitively. Joip Briedveld takes 8th ahead of Nick Gerhards in 9th, Max Knappen in 10th. We had a Farin Mega from Germany in 11th, Thomas Strauven in 12th, Magnus Pedersen in 13th, Tommy van der Struis in the 254 in 14th, Jori Schoens in 15th, Vic Stevens 16th ahead of Marius Rosa, Theo Blin, Olivier Jonkers, Montigo Masson, Julian Klossmann, Luke Neeson, Lawrence Herbos, Thijs Dams, and Enzo Bol being the last of the 25 drivers that completed that race. And then Javi Bachmachtiuk did not make it past the first lap, and Ralph van der Pevert in the 268s would end up retiring on lap number 6.